My name is Hank Kempf. I'm a junior defenseman on the Cornell hockey team. Yeah, so the Racker Center is, I believe it's one of a couple facilities in the area. They serve people with disabilities. The one that we go to that's about 10 minutes away is more of the kids with disabilities. And so we basically go for a morning. We get to spend time there and kind of hang out with them, and we wear our jerseys so they know we're on the team, and maybe they've been to games, maybe they haven't, but they look up to us, and they just get to have a really fun morning. And it's really cool for us to see how these kids cope with some serious challenges in their life. And it's also very cool to see all the staff who are just so selfless and help all these kids out. It's a really cool experience. You walk away from it definitely reflecting on it. Yeah, I think Shafe had the idea before the service trip down to the DR, but I think he kind of saw what effect that service trip kind of had on us, and it was 9 of us who were coming back for this team this year. He talked to a lot of us returners, and he said, I think you guys should really do a service project for this team this year. And I kind of came up with using the story of my mom who passed away from breast cancer last year and doing something, about her in her inspiration. And so we came up with this idea, and Sam Paolini, a member from the team 20 years ago, they visited last senior weekend or reunion weekend. And so I got to know him a little bit. Shafe told me about what he did because his mom had breast cancer his senior year, went off that a little bit. So we went for every block shot, a certain dollar donated for a breast cancer foundation. Found this organization, Chasm, and I think I really liked how, you could just tangibly know that every $500 you raise is going to give this kid who is going through an experience where their parents, diagnosed with cancer or died from cancer. And it's a really tough coping situation. Being surrounded with other kids where they are at Camp Chasm is a very enriching and important experience to have. So we found that organization and then kind of went from there. And so we're receiving pledge donations per block shot and one-time donations, and we've quadrupled our initial goal of 5,000, and so we're at 20,000. And Benny Sire, our assistant coach, introduced me to Tividar Sigletis, a professor here. Benny's wife was a former colleague of Tividar, and Tividar's wife passed from breast cancer, so he kind of just wanted me to meet Tividar, and if nothing else, just, have a connection there. Tividar mentioned that he sent his kids to Chasm. His kids were young, and he said this camp was so good for them. And when Tividar told me about Chasm, I was like, this is perfect. This is such a great organization to kind of give our donations to. So we kind of found it, and the people that we've been coordinating there have been super nice, and couldn't be happier to have that be the place that we give all the money to. Yeah, just incredibly honored. I think it's such a cool award. I think it's really cool. I was initially so honored that Schaefer wanted to nominate me for it. A nomination and then a finalist is it's a huge honor.